Hey, Electrica. Welcome back. Oopsies. Well, how was the hangout? It was alright. Just a sec. Guess I'll wait a bit for more people to show up. Uh. Hmm. Whatever. I can just catch them up to speed when they get here. Ow, my head. The magical turnabout. Let's go. How should I know? But if you were disgracing our entire agency, that's for sure. Hey, what the hell's that supposed to mean? Oh, here it comes. Oh, that's a trick. She has fishnets. There's probably a back door in that coffin. Just saying, it's not that complex a trick. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Was someone in the box? Did Trucy just stab somebody? Is that where we're going? Where someone's in the box and Trucy literally just stabbed them on stage? That would be amazing if they went that direction. Wow, that was amazing. I have no idea how she escaped that coffin. I'm glad Trucy's escape trick went off without a hitch. Uh-oh. And when I open the coffin, like this, inside you see... Called it. Mr. Rios? But how... I wonder what's going on. He's not getting up. I was right. Oh my god, Trucy just got tricked into murdering somebody. Unless he was already dead, but I don't know. What just happened? Whoa, man, an accident? Is, like, that guy dead? Wait, that's not part of the act? Attention, please. For your own safety, we ask that everyone please evacuate the building. Oh, I'm not recording. Hold on. What's going on? Is Trucy okay? Outside, everyone. Evacuate immediately, please. Whoa, hey, stop grabbing me. Trucy! So I guess Trucy's gonna be the defendant this time. Because if you are an associate of Phoenix Wright in any way, You are going to stand trial for something. They kicked us out. Hey, what gives? Will someone please tell us what's going on? Poor Trucy. I hope she's okay. Hey, here comes that staff member from before. Your attention, please. We regret to inform you that today's show has been canceled. What? But I was looking forward to the rest of it. You Lady, a man died. What do you want? We're very sorry, but the theater is on lockdown pending a police investigation. Excuse me, is this because of that accident? That man in the coffin, is he... well, we're still trying to figure things out, sir. But I can tell you that Miss Wright is fine. She wasn't injured, so please don't worry. Thank goodness she's okay. Hey, you there! What the heck's going on? They wouldn't even let me in. Me, for crying out loud. Yeah, I've seen an image of this guy before. Oh, Mr. Rettins? What's the pun? Guess I'll wait until he's on screen. Oh. Mr. Rettins, there was an accident during the show. An accident. Great, just great. That's all I need right now. Do you have any idea how much money we're sinking into this program? And you are? The man behind the scenes, that's who. This fine kettle of fish, let me tell ya. Spinning all this is gonna be a real pain in my posterior, believe you me. Spinning? As in covering it up? Look, I gotta get inside, seriously. Can a guy catch a break around here? What's your first name? I wanna know. Oh, there he goes. Damn it. It's gotta be some kind of pun. I don't know what pun Rettins ties into, but... Why don't we go back to the office for now? I'm sure Trucy will call us once things have settled down. Yeah, I guess you're right. So, are we still in Koran? Is that still happening? I guess not, because we just went back to the agency. Is the trial still going to be in Koran? It's no use. I can't get a hold of Mr. Wright. I wonder if something happened to him in Kuran. Yeah, I guess it was just Phoenix. Maybe he got caught up in some kind of trouble again, as always. Yeah, trouble's drawn to him like iron fillings to a magnet. Hey, Apollo, speaking of Quran, they're showing something about it on TV right now. There's been some surprising news coming out from the Kingdom of Quran. The country recently saw defense attorney Phoenix Wright win a not guilty verdict, the first verdict of its kind in 23 years. Mr. Wright won a trial in Quran? Hey, near a fetus. Lawyers are said to be highly disrespected in the Kingdom of Kurain, so Mr. Wright's win was an upset victory amidst entrenched hostility. Wow, did you hear that? The first time in 23 years. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Like you just hear on the news like, "Oh, your boss went on vacation to this place and won the first trial there in 23 years." Uh, Hold on. Yeah, but what was he doing in court there in the first place? I thought he just went for a visit. What do I plan on doing next when I finish the franchise. Danganronpa. I've been told it's very similar. So he was in some kind of trouble, just like we thought. Next, an update on the unfortunate accident that occurred at the Penrose Theater. Hey, now they're talking about the accident at Trucy's show. Famed magician, the great Mr. Rius, was skewered with a sword and died on the spot. Oh no, so he really is dead. And now, here's the footage of that deadly moment. You're showing a death on live TV? Are you serious? Okay, I saw Trucy go up there. This is probably gonna be like Turnabout Serenade, where you have to like check the show. Chubbuck? Oh, that was the woman who killed herself on TV. I forgot about that. Okay, you don't see the body. Bud Dwyer? Yeah, he also killed himself on TV. But the Christine Chubbuck footage, like, went missing. There was only audio recorded. Um, and, Bud Dwyer, like, nobody was expecting him to do that. Mr. Rios' body isn't visible in this footage, but these are still very shocking images that we just showed to you without any kind of warning. The magician, Trucy Wright, is reportedly still only a high school student. Could it be that this unfortunate accident happened due to a lack of proper training? Oh no! Trucy Alec Baldwin'd him! No! Did the young magician have enough experience, preparation, and knowledge? Some might say that Troop Gremier should be held accountable for the... I did it again. I did it again. I was doing fine last time. Why do they have to fucking spell it like this? It's driving me fucking crazy. Some might say that Troop Grammary should be held accountable for this incident. Hey, what kind of biased reporting is this? Well, it's Fox News, so... Yeah, they're making it sound like it's all Trucy's fault. Oh, we just received more breaking news. Oh my. The young magician in question, Trucy Wright, is now under arrest on the charge of involuntary manslaughter. What? We'll keep you updated as this unfortunate tale unfolds. Stay tuned. This might be the first time we've ever defended someone from involuntary manslaughter charges. Anyway, I'm suspecting the producer right away. I feel like the rabbit girl is like way too evil to not be a red herring. Trucy's under arrest. She can't be. Apollo, we've got to do something. Yeah, let's get down to the detention center right away. Ah! Alright, that was just my mom. She wants me to watch the dogs for her in a couple hours. Also, I just broke my spoon. That sucks. Guess I'll have to get like a metal one. Hold on. Yeah, no, that was just my ringtone. It's like the default ringtone for my phone. I just haven't bothered changing it. Heck. Also, hey Rain. Hey Dankster. Alright. Well, since you guys are here, I will fill you in. Uh there was a magic show, and there's a bit where like Trucy goes inside a coffin and then escapes said coffin, and then she shoved a sword in there, and there was a dead man inside. So, yeah. And the man she killed is... Where is he? He's not on the list. That's weird. Mr. Rettins. I still don't know his first name. Rettins. This has to be a pun. Yeah, Trucy being accused of murder. I mean, she's an associate. She's an associate of Phoenix Wright. It's kind of just an inevitability. Before I forget, I think I'll jot a few things down about the case. I don't need a tutorial. I've been over this. All right, detention center. Let's go. Poor Trucy. What can we even say to her? Oh, Polly, Athena. Trucy, are you okay? I'm fine. Don't worry about me. We saw the news about the accident on TV. Guess I can't Houdini my way out of this one. I got arrested and everything. They say I'm the one who caused the accident. But that's not true, right? To be honest, I don't really know. I mean, I have no idea how an accident like that could have happened. The trick went off without a hitch, I'm sure of that much. Still, the police just won't listen to me. They've already decided that it was all my fault. I'm exhausted after all their questions. Looks like she's been able to hang in there at least. Yeah, she really is one tough cookie. I know you're tired, but can you tell us a little bit about the accident? Yes, of course. Go ahead and ask me anything. I'll be fine. Hold on. For starters, can you help us understand what happened? In today's show, there was a dead body in the coffin. How did that happen? Was there some kind of accident? I I don't really know. The coffin was supposed to be empty when I opened it, but instead, Mr. Rios's body was in there. That must have been a huge shock for you. And when the dragon set piece fell down at the end, was that an accident too? Was it? It must have been. I have no idea how or why that happened either. Someone must have done something. Hmm. I wonder. Nothing went the way it was supposed to. I still can't believe Mr. Rios is actually dead. As tough as she is, this is obviously taking a toll on her. But how did Mr. Rios's body get into the coffin in the first place? Trucy, we need you to tell us the secret of the trick. You know what they say, a magician never reveals her secrets. She does when she's on trial for manslaughter! I peaked my mic, hold on. But I guess I should make an exception this time. But if you ever tell anybody, I'll make you my guinea pig for every single new magic trick from now on. Sorry to tell you this, Trucy, but this is going to trial. The judge is going to have to know. Don't worry, I'm a lawyer, remember? Client confidentiality is part of the job. So let's call this trick Trucy's Great Escape. How did you get out of the coffin? Alright, here goes. I'll reveal the trick just for you two. Prepare yourselves for an exclusive explanation by Magical Girl Trucy Wright. There's a secret trap door in the stage that leads down to the understage passage. A trap door? So when did you slip down into the understage passage? Remember when Mr. Hat was on stage holding a sword next to the coffin? Well, by then I had already escaped from the coffin and was waiting under stage. And while I was down there, I did several things to get ready for the next part. What technique? Okay, what happened next? Mr. Hat was quickly raised up to the catwalk by wire. Ugh. At least Trucy is, like, actually telling us the trick. Because in Apollo Justice, we had to go through a bunch of shit to find out how the magic trick worked. Because the fucking... I don't remember his name. The fucker in yellow was like, no, I can't reveal my secrets. It's like, ugh. Banana guy. Yeah, I can't even remember his name. Do you know how bland a Phoenix Wright character has to be for me to forget them? I'm, like, thinking about that right now. Like, I can remember pretty much everyone else's name except that guy. He was so uninteresting. Yeah, I didn't like him. Valiant? Was that it? Valiant Grammary? Valent? I think so. That took a bit. Mr. Hat was quickly raised up to the catwalk by wire. This cushion up there that acts as a shock absorber when Mr. Hat hits it. Zach Grammary was Trucy's father, and Magnifi Grammary was her grandpa. Meanwhile, I popped back up onto the stage through a different trapdoor. And voila! The switch is complete. I had no idea all of that was happening. Yeah, that's the point of a magic trick, is Athena. Valorant, love that game. I was convinced you were still in the coffin. That's what professional magicians do. Also, that is, like, the most obvious thing ever. Like, yeah, of course there was a secret compartment in the coffin. It was either she escaped through the back of the coffin, or she, like, dropped down. Either way, they make their audience see something that isn't really there. In other words, you make us see illusions, right? We call it misdirection. While we keep you busy believing one thing, we're busy making something else happen. What we say is there really isn't, and what we say isn't there actually is. I get it. It's kind of like a magical bluff. But there's no escaping the fact that the victim's body was actually in the coffin. So, obviously the coffin had to have been empty when Trucy was in it. So, she would have gone down, and then I guess somebody must have, like, taken the guy and put him up there after Trucy left? I'm not sure. It wasn't empty like it was supposed to be. Yeah, that's the part I don't understand. The last thing in the world I expected to see in there was Mr. Rius. Could he have climbed in there by mistake? I should get back to asking Trucy about the accident. Can you tell us more about the victim? Who exactly is this Mr. Rius? You said he used to belong to Troop Grammary, right? Yeah, he's a Troop Grammary member who was never mentioned at any point in Apollo Justice. Just this one. Even though, like, the final case of Apollo Justice was, like, all about the fucking Grammaries. They would, like, Apollo Justice brought them up so much. Like, you constantly saw ads for them and shit, and there were only 4 of them, and this guy wasn't one of them. But I guess they're just saying he was here the entire time. Literally a Mr. Poopy Butthole from Rick and Morty. Very nice. Wait, you don't know who the great Mr. Rius is, Apollo? He's super famous. He's all people talk about on TV. Really? I just assumed he was one of Trucy's assistants. Way to diss the dead, Apollo. So how did the two of you come to perform together, Trucy? Why is he... The victim is still not in the profiles. It's driving me crazy. I don't know how, but I think it's this guy. I think he did it. Like, the fact that he just so happened to show up after the murder. Like, yeah, they didn't even let me in. It's like, hmm. So how did the two of you come to perform together, Trucy? Well, like I said, he used to be a member of Troop Grammary. He was a protege of my granddaddy, Magnifi Grammary. So the TV station arranged for us to perform together this time because of that connection. Did he continue performing as a magician after he left Troop Grammary? No, he got injured while practicing for a show about 13 years ago. That's why he left the troupe. After that, he took a break from magic for a while. I'm pretty sure it's a recent thing, him getting famous again. I only started seeing him on TV again maybe last year. I had nothing but I had nothing but respect for Mr. Rius as a magician. I can't tell you how sad I am this happened. I can't imagine how traumatic it must be to have someone die during your big show. Oh, but hey, don't worry, I'm fine. I have to stay strong for my fans. That's a lie. Huh? My bracelet is reacting. People tend to unconsciously tense up when they're trying to hide something. When I pick up... Yeah, I know how the bracelet works, thank you. Trucy's trying to hide something from me. Guess I should give my bracelet a tap. Yeah, the fucking tutorial, god damn it. I know how it works, stop. Okay. Shut up. Come on. Go, 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 go. I can't move. Whatever, her eyes are shifting, obviously. Literally the most obvious tell in the universe is someone's eyes shifting. Come on, Trucy. Come on, Trucy. You should know by now that you can't hide anything from me. Uh, don't tell me that your bracelet reacted. Yup. And here I thought my smile was going to do the trick. Looks like I broke the first rule of being a magician. A true entertainer always keeps a smile on their face, right? I remember hearing you say that before. That's right. It's a Grammary motto that my dad used to say before he passed away. I'll never forget it. It's one of the few precious memories I have of him. But you can't keep everything inside, Trucy. You'll burst. Why don't you tell me what's bothering you? I can't. If I did... You wouldn't believe in me anymore. That's not true. As an entertainer, you believe in always keeping a smile on your face. And as a lawyer, I have a belief that's important to me as well. What do I show here? Do I show the stage diagram or do I show the attorney badge? Duh. Hold on. What happens if I show the wrong thing? Polly? What does that have to do with your beliefs? Well, something about the shape maybe, or the color? It's okay, if you can't believe in me, then you just can't. No, I just made a mistake. Let me try that again. Oh no, that's so funny. There's something about the shape and the color. Alright, here's the badge. Your attorney's badge. I swore on this badge that I'd always believe in my client to the bitter end. That's the cornerstone of being a good lawyer. Mr. Wright taught me as much. So no matter what you tell me, I'm going to keep on believing in you, Trucy. All I ask is for you to have a little faith in me, too. Alright. Thanks, Polly. Hold on, I gotta do something real quick. Is the game audio off? Oh. Yeah, it was off the whole time. Why didn't anyone mention that? Hello? Why is that only being mentioned now? Whatever. It's my fault, not yours. Oh wait, well, what if I made a mistake? What do you mean? What if it really was me who stabbed Mr. Reuse? What makes you say that? Well, in my escape trick, I used both a real sword and a rubber sword. I switched the real sword for the rubber sword just before I stab into the coffin. So even if somebody had been in there, the rubber sword shouldn't have hurt them. But Mr. Reuse was found dead in the coffin. He was probably dead before the sword was even in there. I know, it doesn't make any sense. Hold on. I need to upload something real quick. Because I'm gonna have to be, like, house-sitting for Mom, so I'm gonna, like, upload all of my, like, Avatar stuff. So I can still, like, stream with Shark while I'm watching the dogs. Alright, I'm putting it on my Google Drive now. I know I swapped the swords. Your voice acting was so in character that I was tricked it was the game audio. Ah, yeah, because I'm such a good VA, right? Hold on. You're absolutely sure? Positive. I practiced that trick hundreds of times with no mistakes. I remember very clearly swapping the swords this time, too. But could I have? Could I have made a mistake this time? Could she really have? Well, I better get going. Huh? Where to? To practice my act, of course. The show's only a few days away. You're really pushing yourself. Didn't you practice until late last night, too? Yep, because everything's gotta be just right. Maybe I really did kill Mr. Ryus. Trucy, the worst possible mistake I could make. Such a horrific accident, right in the middle of my show. And yet, all I could think about is, now that this has happened, Troupe Grammary will get its performance rights pulled. There'll never be another show. Everything my family worked so hard for will be gone forever. And poor Mr. Ryus had his whole life and a great career ahead of him. I ruined everything. I destroyed it all. I took it all away. Nepo, baby. Polly, I'm ready to pay for what I did. Trucy, I don't think you did anything wrong. You don't? I've had one question going through my mind this whole time. Was this accident really your fault? What do you mean? I don't have any proof or anything, it's just... I don't think you'd ever make a mistake like that. Apollo... I saw how hard you worked on your tricks, staying up late every night to practice. And I know you. You always get everything picture perfect. Nobody's perfect all of the time. Still, I think something else caused Mr. Ryus' death, not any mistake of yours. After all, you're sure you swapped the swords, right? Yes, I remember doing it. Then I just know it wasn't your fault, Trucy. But how can you say that? We don't have any proof it wasn't me. I mean, I know you're a great lawyer, Polly, but I believe in you, Trucy. And I believe in your skill as a professional magician. So I'm going to prove your innocence. Don't worry, you're going to be fine! Thank you, Apollo. Thank you for believing in me. I'm going to believe in you too. Good. I'm sorry. I need a tissue. I've never seen Trucy cry like this before. She always seems so strong. But maybe sometimes she's just putting on a brave face. She's still just a kid after all. So, I have to ask to make it official, but will you let me defend you? Yes! I'm counting on you. I don't want to have to cancel the show on its opening day. Right. She seems fine now. Trucy! Let's win this trial together! Unlike some people. What's funny about this, like, emote of Athena's is that I've seen it used in, like, serious scenes before, and it always bugs the shit out of me. Because it's the most, like, over-the-top, like, comedic, sad, like, emote. It's so weird. Well, we'd better get right to investigating. Come on, Athena, wipe that nose and let's go. Excuse you, do you see any snot on my face, Apollo? Yeesh, talk about an emotional roller coaster. We'll need to investigate the stage at the Penrose Theater where the body was found. Yeah, I hope no one will try to stop us. If you're going to the Penrose Theater, can I ask you a favor? Of course, what is it? I left a very special notebook behind in my dressing room. Sure, we can pick it up for you. That notebook is really, really important to me. I don't know what I'd do if anybody read it. Wow, I wonder what's in it. The notebook is in my blue handbag on the table. It's big and black, you can't miss it. Thanks in advance. And with that, I've gotta go. It seems they've got more questions for me. Alright, see you later, Trucy. So, should we investigate the stage first or go get the notebook? Let's get that notebook. The dressing room looks like the way it did before the incident. All these items look kind of lonely without their owners. We have to find Trucy's notebook for her. Let's see, she said it would be in her blue handbag on the table, right? We should see what else we can check out while we're here. I do like that you can tell these flowers are from Jinxie Tenma. Huh? Aren't these Ninetales flowers? You know, those flowers that only grow in Ninetales Vale? Oh my goodness, you're right! There's a card here, and a letter to go with it. The card says, "Good luck, Trucy," from Damien and Jinxie Tenma. Oh, both of them. Mayor Tenma and Jinxie, huh? What does the letter say? Probably something about warding off demons. Let's see. Oh, there's a message for you in here, too. Please tell Mr. Demon Lawyer I said thank you for everything. Thanks to him, I overcame my fears, and now I'm not afraid of yokai anymore. And guess what? I've even become friends with yokai like Iton Momen and Konaki Gigi. Well. Alright. Let me see if these are like actual yokai. Iton Momen. Apparently it's a cloth. They are said to wrap around people's necks and cover people's faces and suffocate people to death. Very nice. There's a story where one man hurrying to his home at night when a white cloth came around and wrapped around his neck, and he cut it with his wakizashi. Cloth disappeared, remaining on his hands with some blood. That's funny. Yes, this game does take place in America. Okay, what about the other one? Kotonaki Gigi. Or Konaki Gigi. Japanese yokai. The Konaki Gigi is said to take the appearance of an old man or a baby. In either case, the spirit lures an unwary passerby towards it and allows him to pick him or her to pick it up. After the spirit is picked up, it suddenly becomes heavy, a heavy stone that crushes the victim to death. In some versions of the Konaki Gigi story, the spirit is that of a baby left to die in the wilderness. Okay. Also, there appears to be a wiki entry? I guess this is a character in an anime, too. Warriors of Myth. What anime is this? JJ Gegege no Kitaro? Never heard of this. Looks like one of those, like, kind of older anime things. Also, look, there's a Kappa. Kappa! Like Doraemon, yeah. Or like, Shin-chan. I don't remember the rest of the name. Spooky Kitaro, a yokai show for kids. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, so it's a show about yokai for, like, little kids. Got it. No matter what happens, I guess she'll never grow out of her demon obsession. These are from Gavin. Oh, these are from Prosecutor Gavin. Roses, huh? He'll like him. Pretentious. They might be pretentious, but you know what? He makes it work. Apollo, I've noticed this for a while now, but you get awfully prickly when it comes to Prosecutor Gavin. I can't imagine why. It can't possibly have to deal with all of the, like, personal insults that, like, Apollo has experienced at Gavin's hand in trials. You think so? I mean, don't hate him just because he's beautiful. That's not it at all! Look at all these costumes. I bet they're all Trucy's. Ooh, could you tell by the scent? Are you like some kind of bloodhound or something? I'm her assistant, not her pet. What's this? A script of the show? It says Bonnie, so it must belong to that bunny assistant we saw on the show. 9:30 a.m. Mr. Rios transforms into a dragon. Trucy's hat trick. 10:20 a.m. Bonnie's teleportation trick and Trucy's escape trick. 11 a.m. Mr. Rios' fire trick. This will be dangerous. Make sure the fire bucket is ready. You and I got to see the first two parts up to the end of 10:20 a.m. Up to the end of the 10:20 a.m. segment. But this Mr. Rios' fire trick, we didn't get to see that part. Yeah, because they canceled the show after the accident. Hey, there's a note about the fire trick. This will be dangerous. Make sure the fire bucket is ready. Come to think of it, when Mr. Rios transformed into a dragon, it breathed fire, didn't it? Coin tricks and fire tricks were Mr. Rios' specialties. Maybe they had some big finale planned, where Mr. Rios and Trucy would face off in a grand magical showdown after his revival. So they had a wooden cutout of a dragon that breathed fire. Yeah, I can't imagine that going wrong. I can think of, like, 2 instances of that being an issue. There was, like, an attraction for the Maleficent dragon that, like, breathed fire. That burned down. And also the fucking dragon at West Edmonton Mall that, like, Adam talked about. Which, again, like, burned itself down. That's what they say about playing with fire. How do I remember that the name of the mall is West Edmonton Mall? Why do I have, like, the most worthless information backed up in my brain? This is not stuff that will help me in the future. Where Mr. Ryus and Trucy would face off in a grand magical showdown after his revival. I remember when I was at the Pinball Museum with Adam, I went over, like, my encyclopedic knowledge of the production of A Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, my brain, I just have all of that shit baked into my brain. Oh, here's that handbag Trucy was talking about. I feel a little funny about digging around in a girl's purse. I guess it's okay to open it. After all, she did ask us to. But not you, Apollo. Let me do it. Sexist. Let's see. Huh? No, not this. What's this? Oh, wow. She has... Oh, Trucy, you are bad. What did you find? What did you find? What is it? I want to see too. That's funny. She said it was a black notebook, right? But there's nothing like that in here. She changed the subject. What was in there? Was it what I think it is? Jesus. Maybe Trucy was wrong about where she left it. Let's keep looking around for it. Or it was stolen after the show. Look at all this stuff. I bet it belongs to that bunny assistant we saw on the show. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Does she really need all of that? I mean, I don't think I've ever seen so much makeup. When it comes to sheer number of items, your desk back at the office isn't any better. Those things are the natural accumulation of 2 years of work, and they're all necessary. Sure, that's what I choose to believe, Dankster. Really? Instant noodles and crackers? Of course, I need those for when I have to stay at the office all night prepping a case. And the comic books too? Oh, of course I need those too. Manga these days are super realistic and informative. I need them for research. Uh-huh, I see. So you need to research street fighting and the funnies, do you? 5,000 cents. That's like 50 bucks. Trucy put some posters up, I see. Oh, here's one of Troop Grammary. Grammary. Troop Grammary. Grammary! Oh, here's one of Troop Grammary. Troop Grammary. Magical Menagerie, huh? Blood think he's on the team. Again, this guy did not show up in Apollo Justice. And also, he doesn't even match the rest of the troop. He's like the only one with a split color outfit and like the half mask thing. This is like someone, like, inserting their OC into the game. He's got a scar on his arm. Interesting. Looks like a bunch of folks dressed in outfits a bit too gaudy for their age, if you ask me. But isn't that pretty much how all the best magicians dress? Was Troop Grammary really such a big deal back in the day? I guess so. Everybody in the country knew them back then, so they had great tricks. Like making a building disappear, or escaping a safe dropped from a helicopter. Wow, I was in Europe at the time, so I had no idea. But if even you know about them, then they must have been really, really famous. I used to see them a lot on TV. I think it was back when I was in junior high. The one in black is the original leader of Troop Grammary, Trucy's grandfather, who got shot in the fucking head. He got shot in a hospital and nobody noticed. Like, the nurses did not come running at the sound of a gunshot. He just fucking Minecrafted himself right there in the hospital. His name was Magnifi Grammary. The one in pink with the mustache, that's Zach Grammary. Trucy's late biological father. Oh, and look, there's Mr. Rius. So this poster's from back when he was a member of Troop Grammary, huh? His outfit is so stupidly elaborate. It's also annoying the fuck out of me because they have card suit themes. Like, look, spade, heart, club, diamond. And then there's just this guy with whatever the fuck his getup is. Like, I'm sorry, I am a hater for this fucking character design. Why is it, like, split color anyway? You could have just made him green. Like, why not just make him green? Why did you have to make him, like, the Joker? It's dumb. I hate it. This is a shitty fucking character design and it sucks. I don't know why I'm getting so passionate about this. The Joker card? Oh, the Joker card. Really? It's still stupidly elaborate. Also, Joker isn't a card suit. Trucy said he left the troupe after he was injured during a show or something, right? 13-year-old poster added to the court record. I say we take a look through Mr. Rius's things, too. Hey, is that a notebook sticking out from behind his briefcase? I never knew why Jokers were in card decks. Some, games do make use of Joker cards. It seems like most card games don't, though. Ugh. Itchy. You're right. It's practically screaming, "Over here, look at me." Do you think it could be... Oh, wow, Athena. Our hunch was right. It's Trucy's notebook. What's it doing mixed in with Mr. Rius's stuff? Good question. It's locked. I guess that means we can't read it. Really? It's a leather strap. We can force it open. I mean, yeah, I guess Trucy would be mad, but it's evidence at this point. I wonder what kind of secrets are in there that makes her want to lock it. A girl her age needs her privacy. Besides, everybody has a secret or two they don't want others to know about. Hold on. If there's anything in there about kisses or crushes, I think Mr. Wright would cry. Well, we've examined just about everything, I think. Looking through other people's stuff is so thrilling, like I'm doing something naughty. I know what you mean. Just don't go poking around in my things at the office. Why? What do you have to hide? I don't think I like how her eyes lit up all of a sudden. Dear Diary, today I just learned that Apollo and I are siblings and Lammy Roar is my mom. Weird day. Anyway, we better get this notebook to Trucy. Watch, she's gonna be in questioning again when we get to the detention center. Where is she? A mysterious locked notebook. I wonder if there's anything about me in there. Like that one time I ate her pudding. I wonder if she was mad at me for doing that. Don't worry, if there's one thing I know about Trucy, it's that she's more mature than some people I know. Foot, meat, mouth. I got an achievement for that. Foot, meat, mouth achievement. For having presented Trucy's notebook to Athena before returning it to Trucy. Okay. Let's check out the crime scene. Okay, let's get down to business. Hey, what do you think you're doing? We're the attorneys for the defendant in this case. Is it alright if we examine the scene? I wonder what they'll have for a detective character. Fulbright turned out to not actually be Fulbright. Maybe they'll bring Gumshoe back. Or Emma. We're attorneys for the defendant in this case. Is it alright if we examine the scene? Of course it's not alright. I don't care if you're the defense of the president. No unauthorized investigations. Oh, come on. It wouldn't kill you to let us take a little look around. I said no. Now get out of here. Scram. I guess we'll just have to try and get permission from the lead detective. Since when do we need permission for... like, what? Whatever, where's the lead detective? Who is it? Is it Emma, Gumshoe, or somebody new? The person you are trying to call is not available. After the tone, please Ugh, I've tried calling Mr. Wright 100 times, but he never picks up. We've left him some voicemails, so he'll probably call once he gets them. He's gonna flip out when he hears what happened to Trucy. Hey, this is the place, the theater where the magical murder happened. Oh yeah, I wonder if they brought the dead body out yet. I hear they already arrested the murderer. They say it's a young girl. Yeah, high school student. Can you believe it? Kids these days. What's with all the curious bystanders? They sure are kicking up a fuss. How dare they call Trucy a murderer? They've got some nerve. We can't let people think about her. We have to defend her. Apollo, is that you? Yay! It's Emma! Emma? It's sure been a while. How have you been? Oh, can't complain. I haven't seen you in ages. She's got a little armband now. Emma is not usually in the best of moods, so I never quite know what to do or say around her. Well, we have some business to take care of, so I guess we'd better get going. Hey, wait a minute. What, was it something I said? Yeah, where the fuck was she in the last game? I guess they didn't model her yet. You're darn right. It's something you said. What's with you brushing me off like that? We've got heaps to catch up on. After all we've been through, you're not still mad at me about something, are you? Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. Who's this, Apollo? A distant cousin or something? No, Emma's a detective I've had the pleasure of working with before. Hello, I'm Emma Skye, forensic investigator. Banger. Her theme sounds fun with a synth. jamming out. What? So you're finally a full-fledged forensic investigator? She wasn't before? Yeah, I finally achieved my lifelong dream. Look, I even have an official forensic investigator armband and everything. That's great, Emma. I bet the exam was really hard, huh? Oh, it was a cinch. Really? Because I thought you said something about failing it over and over. Well, never mind that. The important thing is, I'm not a plain old detective anymore. So no more boring old investigations for me. I'm so happy I could hug the whole world. Coming from you, that's really something. Criminals beware. Fingerprinting, luminol testing, DNA analysis, Emma Skye is raring to go, so bring it on. How old is she by this point? Why is she not in the thing? Wow, I guess it's goodbye grumpy clouds, hello fanatical sun. She's very cheerful, isn't she? Is it because of the weather or something? She sure wasn't like this before. Yeah, I guess they decided to retcon Emma being a bitch. Why the fuck is it in my subscriptions tab? What, my stream? I guess because you're subscribed to me? If you don't want to be, you can just unsubscribe. She sure wasn't like this before. She was pretty frustrated back when she was assigned to the Criminal Affairs Department. And she was always munching on chocolate snackoos to relieve her stress. Snackoos and stress are a thing of the past. I've said goodbye to both of them. And you may never have seen... And may you never have seen... And may you never have to see either again. By the way, are you two here because of the murder? Yeah, this is them saying, like, yeah, guys, we're sorry we made Emma such a fucking thunder cunt in the 4th game. We made her nice again. By the way, are you two here because of the murder? Murder? Don't you mean the accident? Oh, then I guess you haven't heard. The case is being treated as a straight-up homicide now. What? Just so you know, I heard that the prosecution is going to argue tomorrow that Trucy outright murdered Mr. Reeves. What? Are you kidding? They're treating it as a murder? Emma, please tell us everything you know. Of course, anything to help Trucy. Why is the case being treated as a homicide now and not involuntary manslaughter? Well, apparently, there's something that proves it was a straight-up homicide. Well, that's vague. Do you know any of the details? No, I'm afraid that's all I was told. Really? How come? Well, because the lead prosecutor is kind of a hard guy to read. Though maybe it's just a culture gap thing? Anyway, he's not one to really share his thoughts. Wait, what do you mean by culture gap? Yeah, he's from Karain. I mean that he's a foreigner, so his way of going about things is different. Ah, I see. So I'm assuming that the, like, seeing the future, or not the future, seeing the last moments of the victim's life mechanic is probably going to happen through him, I'm assuming. So who exactly am I up against tomorrow? Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth has been reorganizing the prosecutor's office lately. As a part of that effort, he's gotten rid of a lot of corrupt prosecutors. Oh, that's why Payne isn't around anymore? Edgeworth fired him. That's so funny. That's why he's in Korain. That's so fucking funny. So the prosecutor's office is looking pretty empty these days. And that's how a foreign prosecutor got assigned to this case. 27? Wasn't she like 16 in the first game or something? Jesus, how long has it been? She's like nearly 30. That's part of it, yes. We were short on prosecutors and this guy just happened to be visiting. And what's the purpose of his visit? I mean, yeah, if Emma Skye was a real human being, she would be, like, an adult by now. I was around her age when I started playing these games. Her age... Not her age in this, her age in Ace Attorney 1. Well, some insurgents from the Kingdom of Kurain are thought to be hiding out here. As an international prosecutor, he apparently came to investigate the matter personally. So he's from the Kingdom of Kurain? That's right, he's also a Kuranist monk. A monk? So how did he get assigned to this particular case anyway? It seems he's very devoted to furthering his studies as a prosecutor. He wanted to learn how crime scenes are investigated here, so he just showed up. So he was just curious, huh? He looked the entire crime scene over quite earnestly. Oh, is the victim's fucking... Finally, the Vic's profile is here. Age unknown. The great Mr. Rius, so we don't have his real name. And just as everyone else was ready to call it a case of involuntary manslaughter, this is most certainly a murder. The cruel act of an impure soul. That's what he said, just like that. Then he volunteered himself as the prosecutor for this case. With the shortage of prosecutors right now, the prosecutor's office was glad to have him. So Trucy was arrested for murder all because of this guy, huh? I have to say, he's definitely not your typical prosecutor. He says court is where a victim receives their last rites. Where the truth is revealed, the criminal is judged, and the victim's soul sees salvation. Receiving last rites in courts allows the victim to finally rest in peace, or so he claims. This guy traveled across the world to personally screw Trucy over. True. So to him, a trial is like performing funeral rites for the victim, huh? That's certainly a unique way of looking at it. His name is... Oh no. Nayuta Sadmati. Nayuta Sadmati. Nayuta Sadmati. Okay. Is that a pun? Nayuta Sadmati. Nayuta Sadmati. Yes. No, it's gotta be Arabic again. What does his name mean? Nayuta comes from a Sanskrit word meaning myriad and denotes a certain number in cultures where they use Chinese characters. Interesting. Mind you, the top comment on this Reddit post asking what the pun is for his name is someone who typed, "Sadmati once told me." And it links to someone trying to make a fucking all-star parody with Spirit of Justice characters. His name is Nayuta Sadmati. What? Nayuta Sadmati? That's right. What, do you know him or something? Oh, I guess you could say I've heard of him. Yeah, well, he is pretty famous. Really? Yes, they say he travels the world solving difficult case after difficult case. Where there is a hard case to crack, he's called in to prosecute it. Wow, sounds like he's going to be tough to beat. I can't believe this. I have to stand in court against him? Okay, Apollo, how do you know the prosecutor? Why does everybody have to know the prosecutor? They did that last game, too, where it's like, oh, the prosecutor just happens to be this guy who was suspected of murdering Athena's mother. And then we reveal that, like, later. Alright. Seems like a very kind and gentle person, though. He's very polite and understanding to everyone he talks to, which is pretty new for a prosecutor. Huh, so he's a pretty agreeable guy, then. Yeah, he's bound to see what kind of person Trucy really is. But don't they hate defense attorneys in Kurain? Would he even listen to what we have to say? I don't see why not. He certainly seems like the type of person who would. Even so, do you think you could do us a favor, Emma? Could you tell Prosecutor Sadmati about Trucy and what a good person she is? Of course. Leave it to me. I will miss hearing him say "Sykes, Dono" all the time. Right, Dono. Your sword is not sharp enough to face against mine, right, Dono? I'll cut you to ribbons. Prosecutor Edgelord. Of course, leave it to me. I'll make him understand there's no way Trucy could have committed murder. I hope he listens to reason. Me too. Congrats on finally becoming the forensic investigator you always wanted to be. Thanks. I failed that exam so many times, but I finally did it. I can finally use my forensics kit openly whenever I want. Oh yeah, you used to have stealth. You used to have to stealth use your kit you sent away from. Huh? Oh yeah, you used to have to stealth use a kit you sent away for? What? You used to have to stealth use a kit you sent away for. What? What? Am I just stupid and not understanding this sentence? You used to have to stealth use, so use stealthily, a kit that she sent away for? What does sent away for mean? What the fuck? Oh, I still use that one too. But now it's more of a hobby kit. It's important to have hobbies too, you know. So basically nothing's changed. Are you kidding? I don't have to worry about getting in trouble for taking fingerprints for fun now. That sentence was driving me insane. That, like... You used to have to stealth use a kit you sent away for. What does sent away mean? Is this a typo? Hold on. Maybe it's like outdated terminology. Send away for. Sending away for, sends away. To ask to receive something by sending a letter, coupon, etc. to someone by mail. Okay, that's it. So that is technically grammatically correct. Alright, whatever. It's positively life-changing. I can take all the prints I want. Are you sure you're allowed to do that? Sure, I'm sure. I've been collecting all the prints I've taken into a personal database. Now, hold out your hand. I need to get your prints, too. Just promise me you won't use them for evil. I can't believe she took my prints, too, Apollo. This is looking pretty bad. They're calling it a murder, and they've even got proof. What are we gonna do? Look on the bright side, that's what. Bright side? What bright side? Well, the good thing about there being proof is that it had to point to the real killer. If we can find out who that is, we can prove Trucy's innocence. Oh, hey, you're right. Which means our objectives are clear. We have to find two things: proof of Trucy's innocence, and evidence of the true culprit's identity. Hold on, I need a drink. Sent away for. That's such a weird phrasing. You know what, Apollo? You're starting to give me a glimmer of hope. And that means there's only one thing to do. Emma, would it be alright if we investigate the scene? If I said no, you'd just do it behind my back anyway, right? Would I do something like that? Guess the jig is up. Oh, alright, but I'd better come along. Who knows what sorts of mischief you'd get up to if I'm not there to keep an eye on you. Mischief? Sounds like Emma trusts you about as far as she can throw you, Apollo. He has been known to move things around at the scene of the crime, you know. And what about you? You used to do all sorts of forensic tests on things without permission. Yeah, and also got snack crumbs everywhere. There's nothing wrong with that. After all, forensics is always on the side of justice. No, stop talking about justice. I can't hear that right now. No, put that shit away. You don't remind me of the last detective. How is that even remotely fair? In justice we trust. Alright, let's try this again. Yes. Alright, let's get down to investigating, shall we? Just make sure you don't move anything or I'll get in big trouble. Fine, I promise. To only move the things I have to. Well, I have my own investigation to conduct, but let me know if you need anything. It's been a while since we've done any investigating. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's dive right in. You do remember how to do this, right? You don't. If you don't, I can give you a quick rundown. Should I have Athena give me a rundown? No! At least they'd let me skip that tutorial. Don't worry about me. I've got it all locked away in the vault up here. Good, and I'm sure it'll all come back to me too as we go along. Wait, wasn't it you who just offered to give me a rundown? How to touch screen. Yeah, again. This was a 3DS game, so this is all just touchscreen shit anyway. This is what they call a set piece. It's a piece of onstage scenery. Also, Emma appears to be frozen in time. That little device there isn't even on. It suddenly fell down after the body was revealed, if I remember correctly. Just as the brave heroine screams, the spell on the dragon breaks. Losing its wings, the dragon falls to the ground. That moment marked the collapse of Trucy's magical kingdom. Magic, huh? Yeah, sure. The timing was so perfect, I'd be genuinely surprised if it was magic. Emma, can I ask you a question? Shh, this is the best part. She won't even look this way. Ooh, what great prints. Another set for my collection. She, certainly seems to enjoy her work, doesn't she? Good for her. We have one of these in the office too, don't we? Yeah, that poor magic prop we use as a shelving unit. I'd kinda like to see Trucy perform this trick sometime. Well, we both know you'd be the one in the box if she ever did. I feel bad for the prop, but it can stay a shelving unit in that case. Oh hey, this is a curtain. I wonder what's behind it. The backstage area. There's magic equipment and stuff like that back there. I'll open it a crack and check it out later. You weren't thinking of opening that curtain, were you? Who, me? Oh, would I ever do a thing like that? Rats, guess I'll have to ask her to open it for me later. Oh, I've seen something like this before. It's like that game where you stick swords into a barrel until a little man inside pops out. That doesn't sound like any game I've heard of. Really? It's pretty famous in Europe. Did you have anything to play with as a kid? I think I've heard of a toy like that. Oh, you know us simple Americans. Yeah, because you're an American, Apollo. That's what you are. You're an American. This takes place in the United States of America, as we all know. Now, let's go get some ramen, I mean burgers. We're happy with just a hoop and a stick. Hoop and stick is a cornerstone of American culture. That video camera is pointed right at the stage. I wonder what it recorded. I want to take a peek, but Emma would. Oh. Wow, this residue data is so fascinating. She has that button. She's so fixated on that bloodstain data. Her eyes are getting bloodshot. Quick Apollo, Quick Apollo, while Emma's off in Forensic Fantasyland. Let's see what's recorded on the camera. We've already seen this, it was on the news. I hope we get to pause it, because I'm willing to bet that if you go frame by frame, you'll see something. I can see Trucy, like, escaping. This was already on the news. In fact, what was even the point of showing this on the news when, like, we're just gonna watch it here anyway? It's a pretty long animation. What is this, like 2 minutes? It's the same video we saw on TV where you can't see the body at all. Apollo, did you notice the strange shadow in that footage? Yeah, that was Trucy's shadow. No, why? Or at least I assume it's Trucy's shadow. I don't think it was my imagination, but I'm pretty sure I saw something. Strange shadows, huh? I wonder what it was. Alright, game.